record. Okay, so welcome to our Million or Bust conference call. This is so much fun to see all of you. It's kind of like having a live meeting. Like we get to be together. It's so much fun. So as I mentioned, once the mind is stretched, it never goes back to being the same. So I'm sure you've read a book and then you put it down and you go, wow, you know, I'm a totally different person from what I learned. Or you have an experience or you set a goal and you get to the end of it and you go, I'm never going back to be that person ever again. And that really is what is fun when we get together and we say, okay, so we're setting this goal and we're going to cross the finish line. And then people say, well, what's the purpose? Just to prove we could. But really, we want to see the person that we get to become on the other side. So when I got to go on the Top Director trip, some of the things that happened, these women really got me unstuck. Because have you ever been in a place in your business where you stretch and then like you're there? And then you're there, and you're there, and it's like a plateau kind of. And I remember a friend told me, you know, we were stuck at 700,000, and that's a really great place to be stuck, but stuck is stuck. And I wanted to grow and stretch and go beyond what we'd done before. So they also reminded me that when I become a master of strategy, you can too. Understanding others' belief. Okay, let me look back over my notes here. Understanding that others' belief in you sometimes is more than your own, and they will do more for you than you think they will. So this kind of goes with involving our customers. But when you make the decision to reach out to consultants in our unit and say, okay, I'm a team captain, here's what we're doing, I just want to keep you posted, they will do more for you. And so I was sharing this with Mom, and it's so funny because she's been reminding me all weekend. We were talking on Friday, and she said, Ashley, I'm just not going to do something like what you're doing. I'm going to offer 4 different prizes for wholesale. So you guys, it was kind of like, you know, like a travel bag if they did 1,000 wholesale and something else at 700. And I said, okay, well, I guess we won't be eating together on the boat. And I don't remember saying that. And she said, okay, fine. Tell me your strategy. And I said, well, Mom, like when I call you, so for example, when I call Esther and I say, Esther, here's where we're at and this is what we're doing and here's how you're involved in, and she might hang up excited. But when someone else calls her, let's say Jill calls her and says, Esther, I just got off the phone with Ashley and here's where we're going. You know that our unit, have you seen it like 14 times today posted on Facebook that our goal is million and our goal is top 10 and our goal is top 3. And I'm sure you'd be surprised when some of them say, no, I didn't know that. Okay, well, I'm here to tell you that it's our goal, and I just want you to know that I have I've kind of picked a team of women that I want to correspond with over the next month. Can I keep you posted on where we're at? You guys, it's a little different than when they hear from me. Don't you agree? And over the last couple of years of us doing this, there have been some really cool friendships formed. Like you guys are each other's power partners and you have each other's back, and there's these conversations going on behind the scenes. I'll have a consultant call me and she'll say, you know what, I got this call from so-and-so, or I got this Voxer from so-and-so, and she really encouraged me. And I think it's so cool that you guys are that close. It's awesome. Okay, so behind the victory. Have you ever run a race or been on a championship team? At the end of the game, you win. You win, you take it all. Can you imagine how it feels when we have our best year ever, when we get to be represented at Seminar as a top 10 unit, when we get to lead our national area, oh my goodness, and when we have more red jackets, more women on target for their cars, and those of you who are ready to step into directorship, having that in place. Can you imagine how Seminar is going to feel? So exciting. Okay, so, and thank you in advance. Thank you for what you're going to do, but also thank you for the story that you've laid the groundwork for all year long. You guys are championship team. You're champions. You are a championship team. So let me talk to you about, again, thank you for being here tonight, because it didn't dawn on me that it was Memorial Weekend when I planned it. And then when I determined that it was Memorial Weekend, it was too late to reschedule it. Okay, so if you were taking notes, here is the first thing that you might consider doing when we get off the phone. And I waited to do this until our call so that it would kind of pop up and it would create a little bit of a flurry. Okay, so in the years past, what we've done is we've taken our profile picture on our Facebook page, or well, really any social media, but Facebook is where it shows up the most. And we create like a team captain picture. So you could use that as a hashtag team captain. And people are going to be like, what are you a team captain for? And then you can explain, well, my unit is on target to be in the top 10 of all of Mary Kay. And we have, this is our last month in the year, and we have some really specific goals that we're doing. And then can I private message you and tell you a little bit more about how you could maybe help us do that? Okay, another one would be destination inner circle, because our national area has a goal to become an inner circle area. Another hashtag could be trip to top 3, like the one I've used, which, let me explain. Our goal is to be in the top 10 of all of Mary Kay, but to be in the top 3 of our seminar division. So that's why the two of those are kind of interchangeable. Of course, we can use the Team MK. You could also use hashtag million or bust. That's one of my favorites. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing as a team captain that you will be doing would be communications with the team that I give you. So I've divided our unit into, I've divided it up between all of you. And so I can email you, it's an Excel file, and at the bottom of the Excel file, there's tabs with everybody's name on it. So if you click your tab, you'll see your team. It's name, email, phone number, and how much her last order was. So you guys, if there's no number in the last order column, that means that she's new enough that she's never placed an order. So that'll give you a little bit of insight. So the goal behind the team communications, on Wednesday, last day of the month, you are all gonna get a text message from me, and it is going to maybe come from a new phone number, because Camille is now my #1 full-time executive assistant, as in meaning she's the only one in my office. I don't know that it's really full-time, but she is the one and only, and then we have a virtual assistant. And so through the virtual assistant, we're gonna have another phone number. And so I'll send an explanation of that, but on Wednesday, it's going to be just kind of a shout out to you with a little link to some of the month-end reminders, but it's also going to have a call to action where everybody in our unit is going to have an opportunity to text me a word. I think the word is June. I came up with it, but text me the word June if they want to be part of a team. And then I will have, I'll have that list for you, so you know that the people that are on your printout, which of them have already committed, so that you can kind of use that in your follow-up. We're gonna reach out to everybody, but if you know that 3 of those people really wanna know more, then your communication might be a little different. I might say, hey Jill, Ashley told me that you're all in this month, let me tell you where we're at. So there's not a lot of explanation, like you already know that she's in. Okay, so the goal is to shout out to your team members on our Facebook page or any other social media when they hit a milestone. So if they're communicating with you, or if you see like on the Recognition Monday, one of your team members, you can post, tag her below and say, way to go, girl, I'm your team captain, in case you didn't get the text message that I sent. However, I'm just so proud of you. And we're going to contact their team members, the ones that are going to play ball. And you guys, it's really simple. It can be a text message. If you know her, you might want to shoot her a Voxer message or give her a phone call. But you're going to learn who's going to play ball. So everybody has about 25-ish team members on their team. And we contact them like on the first or second. And I'm going to give you the script. So it's super, super, super easy. And then, now you guys, I don't think that you'll have any weird responses, but out of 280 unit members, you might have someone who it's just she's having a bad day. And if that's the case, just block her number and never contact her again. But that is probably not going to happen. The other side of that is you'll likely have people who will say, I'm so excited, here's where I'm at, and this is what I'm going to do. But I just want to warn you, because I don't want it to hurt your feelings if someone is like, I'm not interested in helping this month. She's going to do what she does, and that's totally fine. Because we have some consultants in our unit that are just high Ds. They tell us how it is. In fact, I attempted to go through, and if I knew that someone was absolutely probably not going to play ball, and she does her own thing, I attempted to just take them out of the list. So just so you know. So we contact them on the first, and then we contact them on the 15th to let them know where we are, and we contact them on the 30th to let them know where we are. Some of them you won't contact because you'll have clear communication of what she's doing and where she's at. Some of them you'll hear from more often. Okay, so you might consider the following. Consider inviting your team to an event that you are that you have going on, whether it's a personal appointment, whether you're coming to Super Saturday, whether you have guests coming to an upcoming guest event, whatever it is, that's one of the conversations you could have with them after the first conversation, which I'll give you in a minute. Those are the girls, the women on your team that you know personally, make sure that they know that you're glad that they're on their team. That they're on your team. Everybody's going to get that vibe, but you know, when it's a friend, you're like, I'm so excited, I have you on my team, and I know who you are, I know what your character is, and I'm just so proud. So we have some goals. I am going to turn the light on now because I can't see my writing. So there are some goals for your team. And some of them you're going to share this with and some you're not, because some will want to know what is our role? What are we doing? So the goal is for each team to have 4,000 in production. So you can kind of keep track. And they'll let you know, I just placed an order, I earned my bangle, okay, that adds 600. And I'll also give you a breakdown on so if our goal is 4,000, how do we get there? That would be anybody who's a new consultant. And when we have new consultants come in the month of June, they get to automatically go on the team of the person who recruited them. So let's say she comes in qualified, that's a $600 plus order that counts towards your production. The other ways that we're going to get to that 4,000 would be perfect starts and power starts. Sets sold, and we'll talk a little bit more about that too. You get to decide how you'll project to that number. So also, if you have someone who wants to be a red jacket, then we know that she is likely, let's say she has no team members, but she wants to earn her red jacket. Well, she has to have 3 qualified. So that's 1,800 in production because it's 600 times 3. Anybody who's doing 30 faces, we know that that's about 1,000 wholesale in production from her sales. Okay, so the other thing, these are just some little disclaimers. It's so important that this is done with cash. Our goal is not to say, hey, everybody, how much can you order? How much can you order? How much can you order? When I reach out to you, Andy, for example, when I reach out to you and I say, tell me what you're doing and what part you're going to play towards our goal, the question behind the question is not how much can you invest, it's how many faces will you be seeing? Okay, now we know your averages, now I know what your sales are going to be. So when I reach out to you, I'm sure that you guys all know by now that the question behind the question is, what are your sales? What are you doing here? Not, how much can I eke out of you? Do you have a card hidden somewhere in the freezer that we could put an order on? That's not the goal at all. That's not the goal. So we want to be leading by example, and the way that we do that is we pay ourselves first. So when you're having sales, pay yourself first so that you can celebrate your wins too. Your teams will know that. So I mentioned that not everybody will respond, and some will say that they don't want to participate. We get that every year. A third will likely play ball. So if you had 30 on your team, you'd have 10 that you're communicating with 3 times in the month. Super easy. Okay, so here is a script, and I will email this to you guys so you don't have to worry about writing it down. But this is kind of how it goes. Hi, Terry. This is Ashley in your Mary Kay unit. Our director has gone crazy. We're looking for 100% participation in June. Thank you for your support all year long. Here are a couple ways you can help. So number 1 mentions that we want them to pray for us, that God will lead us to the women that we are supposed to work with. Number 2 is that they would choose to wear a new product and share it with their customers. And sometimes I modify that. I say share it with 5 people. Because you guys, if I try, like the Lash and Brow Building Serum, I've sold it to 5 people just talking about it. I love this product. You can't tell because I'm in the dark. But it's awesome. The third thing would be to see one more face, have one more party, and sell product, place one more order. So we're giving them those options, and then we say, how can you best participate this month? Don't you guys love that script? Because if she ignores it, you know that she knows what's up. And if she responds, then you kind of know how to work with her going forward. So let's say she says, yay, I'm going to pray for you. And you go, awesome, thank you. Okay, so I have a follow-up text. I have 2 follow-up texts. The second one says, great, thank you. Since you're such an important part of our team, can I send you a few updates on where we are this month, especially on the last day? I have an idea to help you make an extra $300 profit this week too. Would you like to hear what I'm doing? If I asked you guys that, what would you say? Yes? Okay. So here's what I'm doing. I've asked 2 of my customers to share our lash and brow building collection. So this particular collection is the lash and brow building serum and the mascara of her choice. And you guys, this is a, it's a $51 to a $53 value, but I'm doing the set for $50. I'm asking her to share this with her friends. Okay. So lash and brow building collection. When she sells 10 sets, you guys, 10 sets is $500 in sales. She gets to purchase 10 items at half price. My friend Lacey did this for me last year, and she's already asked me this year if she can do it again. I'm like, yes, but you have to wait till June 1st. She loves her, she's like cashing in her half price items right and left. And here's what she'd do. She'd send me a text message, sold another one with a picture of someone's credit card. Or sold another one with her check. I'll get this to you later today. I mean, it was so much fun. So you guys, if you had 2 of your customers participating in this, who would you ask? That's a rhetorical question, so you can kind of think about that. And last year we did, we did a different set. It was eye makeup remover and mascara. Or you can do buy 3 mascaras, get the 4th one free, whatever, however you want to do that. But I love this lash and brow building collection because it's a product that our customers don't really know about, because we have so many fringe products that we don't talk about. So it gives you a reason to reach out to them. And you might have someone who's been mentioning, I'm thinking about doing something to, help with my lashes. You could reach out to her and go, listen, I have an idea for you to earn that at a great price. Okay, so that would be the 3rd communication that you would have with your team. Okay, so then those who are really playing ball with you, you'd reach back out to on the 15th, just checking in, want to see how you're doing. And then on the 30th, here's where we're at. Because I will give you guys a state of the unit. In fact, I'm thinking last year we probably did a Voxer group. So I'll probably add you to a Voxer group, and then you can ask questions, and then I can kind of keep you posted so you can share with your team. Those who are playing ball, you might put them in a Voxer group too, because then you're having those conversations. Any questions so far? Okay, so let's talk about ways to win. Last year, I had a really great, intentions with all the different ways we can win, and I think there was a lot of confusion. So this year, I want to explain to you why there are so many ways to win. You have a consultant who may only participate in like our April product contest. You guys know what that is, right? Where you write down everything you sell, and then what you order, you get free products. We have some consultants that selling type of a challenge is all they'll ever look at or do. Then you have some consultants who can recruit everybody they meet in a day. And so you have the recruiting challenge. Then you have some consultants who can sell a lot, and like lots and lots and lots, who would rise to this, tell me the challenge, I'll sell enough to place a $2,000 order. So I want to give everybody a place to play, but you're not necessarily going to talk to every single person about every single one of these ways to win. And really the area that you're most excited about is likely what your team will be excited about as well. Okay, so here are the ways to win. Consistency Club. You guys, in June only, we recognize, we have a Consistency Club all year long, but this is a month where we actually focus on it. Like, you're going to hear about it. And so we do recognition for those who do a 700 wholesale, so just a little bit above the bangle. We have recognition for those who do 1,300 wholesale in June, and we do have recognition for those who do 1,900 wholesale. And I can share with you what they earn, but I also can email this to you so that you'll have it. Okay, so at the 700 wholesale, the prize, I took a poll, and many of you helped me come up with this. I said, would you like to have a trinket, like a piece of jewelry or a prize, or would you like strategy? And you guys always say strategy. Hands down, tell me how you built what you've done, or tell me what another consultant has done to build what she has. And so, because I've been working on this over like the last 3 months. pouring my heart into it. I love coming up with really great strategy for you. So this month only, in the month of June, 700 wholesale consultants will receive my goodie bag. I call it Ashley's Favorite Things goodie bag. And it is what I send out when I'm texting referrals and they don't live in my town. And I offer them to send them a goodie bag. And you guys, I did that. I mean, I probably sent out 100 before anybody ever ordered anything. So I had to tweak some things. But like, I just sold a skincare system to a girl last week. She lives way out in the Panhandle, and she's coming to our event this next Thursday in Stillwater. Like, for her follow-up. It's awesome. I don't have to go to her. So I'm going to send the goodie bag, the strategy behind it, the scripts, like how I invite them to use the goodie bag, what I send to them after they get it. And you guys, I recorded a video and I send them the link and it walks through the goodie bag. The video does. And tells them how to use it. And I do 3 or 4 texts along the way. So it should be there. Did you get it? What'd you think? I have specific questions, and I offer them a special on the set. Let me think what else I was going to tell you about that. So my video really talks about how I provide what I would consider the best customer service in the industry. Because you guys, I've done business, I'm sure you have too, with other companies, other direct sales companies, because I love to support that kind of a business. And there are lots of ways that I go, I want my customers to have a better customer experience than that. And here's what I'm going to do to put that in place. So I will include tips on how I sell about 2,000 a month in reorders. And the system is super duplicatable, and you can create it for your business too. So it's like copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. So that's 700 wholesale. Okay, so then there's a little in between, $1,000 babes. You guys, this was an idea that Gloria Mayfield Banks gave me a couple years ago in the Vox. You guys have probably all heard it, and I can send it to you. But it was the one where she told us that we eat big numbers for breakfast. She's like, Ashley, you eat big numbers for breakfast. You can do this. And so we recognize those consultants who sell 2,000 or more and place 1,000 wholesale or more at our year-end banquet and seminar. The $1,000 base will receive all the $700 Consistency Club prizes, special recognition, as I just mentioned, but that title of $1,000 babe. Then 1,300 wholesale. This group of consultants will earn my Diva bag, which goes out, let's see, May, June, July, August. It goes out in July. My Diva bag does, because I get the new products early. So my girlfriends all got their charcoal mask like April 29th. All of my customers got it. And so you'll get my Diva bag. You'll get it in the mail. You'll get the video of how I create it. You'll get the video that I send to my customers, because I do a video walking through the bag, so when they get it, like anything that's in there, they learn how to use it. I don't have to answer all of their questions because it's right there. So strategy scripts, video, you get all of the 700 wholesale Consistency Club plus 1,300. So it's about a month before the product's available to order. And what would be really fun is if you, when you earn that, and you can share this with your team, have a group of girlfriends come over and open it with you. Do like a reveal, the new product reveal. Okay, so then at 1,900 wholesale, the sample goodie bag that I told you about, the Diva bag, and then my 202 appointment and strategy. Now, it's different than it was last year because you guys, they've changed some of our products. And so strategy videos, products, and scripts that go along with each of them. And I think that Krista earned all of those last year. Brooke earned all of those last year. Anybody else? Because I remember wrapping up my little packages to send to you. It's kind of like Christmas. So fun. Now, I also, the goal, this is really for you guys because it's really important to know this. Turn in, which I'm kind of following along, but there's a lot going on in June. So you can go on our website, turn in a voucher. So when you hit any of these levels, you can send me a voucher. And for example, Ashley, I just hit the 1,300 wholesale, but I want you to know I plan to finish 1,900 because it gives me a chance to plan ahead, order the products that I need, and potentially get them out like before the 4th of July. That's the goal. I think last year I had them out the second week of July. And many of you were totally fine with that, but like that instant gratification is awesome. Okay, so Consistency Club, which is a big chunk of what we're doing because some it's like, you know, she might have 625 in. Girl, you're $75 away from the $700 wholesale club. Oh my gosh, let me tell you about it. Okay, we're also going to recognize 4th quarter stars, but we're going to recognize 4 quarter stars as well. those consultants who finish on June 15th, but did all 3 quarters before that are 4-quarter stars, which means they get an additional prize at seminar. My favorite part, right? And then, of course, another area of recognition would be Bangle earners, those who've earned their Bangle for the month of June, and then those who have earned March, April, May, and June, because they get to go to the party at seminar. Consultants who are selling the Lash and Brow collections, where you can recognize them. All-Star Academy. So this is something I plan to introduce soon, and I thought this would be a fun way to kind of tie things together in June. When consultants attend 4 events, 4, in a month, and take 10 guests collectively. Now, I know that Esther did this in the first week of May because she had 10 guests at, well, I guess it would have been, yeah, in the first 2 weeks. So she went to our Thursday event, she went to both Super Saturdays, she went to the next Thursday event, had 10 collective guests. So that, that wrapped that up. This is a really great way to get someone who's maybe not super involved, but wants to do something to support our unit. You know, go to 4 events, take 10 collective guests, give your business a little bit of a boost, and graduate from All-Star Academy. That's something that we're going to do for new consultants. I did get the cutest little, I'm sure you saw it on Camille, graduation cap. And what we decided, because Krista was like, what do you do for people out of town? What we decided is that we're going to locate a place where we can get tassels, and everybody who graduates will get a tassel, and the valedictorian will get the hat. Isn't that a fun idea? So the valedictorian is the consultant who sees the most faces in that month. So this will be a great way for our new consultants to kind of cheer each other on. Okay, let me change my, okay. The other thing that continues from May is our mystery date. On the flyer, it's our Sparkle mystery date. I've just ordered all the things for it, and they're slowly coming in the mail. It's so much fun. My girls are like, are you having a party, Mom? Yes, yes, I'm having a party. And so that event in Stillwater is July 13th. And for those of you who qualify and are not coming with us, but maybe participating in your local area, I know Brooke's going to do one in the Wichita Derby area. Same event, I'm going to send a care package to you. So I'll kind of send that all together. And then I'm also creating a video of the event so you'll know exactly what to do in your care package. Fun, right? I know, so fun. So the event, for consultants that don't qualify but want to come, this is more for those of you that are local, it's $10 to participate. You can come and watch. It'll be just like a normal guest event. And it's that much for any of your hostesses that you want to honor too, from May and June. Okay, let me see. I have mystery date on there twice. It looks like, oh, and here's what I'm going to do. You guys, here's my commitment to you. Last year, my goal was to do a new sales idea every day, and sometimes consultants really ran with that. So that was really fun. It creates something to talk about with your team. So again, if someone reaches out to you on your team and says, hey, I got a text a couple days ago, and I just was curious, what do you do when this happens? It just gives you something to kind of to strike up conversation. The other thing that I like to do in June is give you kind of a state of the unit address every few days, which is a few days per week. Yes, which I do on Facebook. Keeping your team totals in front of you, which that was kind of fun last year and crazy. But we keep a running total of what your production is for your team on my whiteboard. Okay, now here's the other fun thing. So for being a team captain, are you guys like, what's in it for me? Right? What is in it for me? Okay, so here's what it is. At our year-end banquet, you'll get a certificate for $50 in products of your choice. After this is over, and when we complete our goal, you guys, when we complete our $1 million goal, we're going to have an extra special experience tied to either the Schneider Ranch Advance or the retreat. So $50 in product, and what a lot of the consultants used this on last year were new products. You know, when they came out and you start hearing about them, you know about it, you're like, I'm cashing that in, send it my way, Ashley. We also, on Facebook, I will recognize consultants as they hit those 700. Well, actually, I'm going to do 500 too, because that's part of our normal consistency club. 500, 700, 1,000, 1,300, and 1,900. So you'll know. And then the other part that I do in this month is any consultant, and I think Camille actually helped me with this pretty recently, any consultant who has placed a 225 at least 3 times in a year, they're kind of like flying under the radar when that happens, because it's not enough to hit one of our recognition levels, but it's enough that it makes a huge difference in our unit goal. I keep in touch with them and I go do an event with them. So that is kind of everything. Now I have the final countdown list here. I'll have some flyers to post. So it says here, ways to win in our trip to top 3 June. Take advantage of the specials we have for your customers. So that would be like the selling challenge. And then, so I have just bullet points. I'm going to put this up on Facebook. So it really simplifies it for our consultants. They can look at it and go, okay, you know what? I really want to win that way. I'm going to be a 4-quarter star. That's how I want to be celebrated. And in being a 4-quarter star, I'll probably land in the consistency club here. But I just did it like this so it would simplify it. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's a little fuzzy. And then let me look back over my team captain tools. Yeah, I think that's everything. Team captains, the celebrations, we talked about that. Yes, do you guys have any questions? Comments? What are you most excited about?
Well, I'm excited to finish our $1 million year, but I love the camaraderie and just the excitement that it builds in our unit. And like you said, the relationships that get built, like with being a team captain, getting to reach out to unit members that we don't always see because they're not like in our town or in our state even. And so it's just really exciting. And then when you do get to see them at retreat or Schneider Ranch Fancy Seminar, it's like family reunion. So I'm just really excited for that.
Thanks for sharing, Esther.
Are you doing an Excel spreadsheet like last year, so it says like, this is so-and-so's and this is who she has and so forth?
Yes, at the bottom of the page it'll have tabs. And last year somebody called someone else's list and then called her list too. But at the bottom it has like, I think the first one is everybody. And then the second one is, so look for your name, click on it, and then it will open your group. And I did that so that I know what you're looking at and so that I wasn't create separate files. And then also, you guys know who team captains are. I also attempted to take team captains out of the Excel file, but I'm pretty sure I missed somebody. Actually, I think what I did is I left them in thinking that just in case anybody didn't get to join us on this call, then I would leave her on the list for now. So if you know there's a team captain, or if someone texts you, and you can just text them back and say, girl, I'm a team captain too, way to go, yeah. You can take me off your list though, because you know that I'm participating. Good question. Anybody else want to share what you're most excited about?
I think like Esther. Sorry. I think like Esther, I'm just excited just to be a part of this community again. Like I said last year, iron sharpens iron, and this gets my booty back in action after school year. So I'm just excited to be with everyone, especially Roger.
Love you, Rob.
Yeah.
You guys you have boy names for last names.
Yeah.
It's fun. Who else wants to share?
Well, I will share. I'm most excited because kind of what Jill was talking about. Of it gets you moving, especially because you are leading other women within our unit that we don't get to normally interact with. It's really funny because sometimes I'll scroll through Facebook and I'll see a picture. And I'm like, who are these people? And I look at the name, and it's girls from my team last year. And I'm like, oh, this is okay. I know exactly who this is. And so it's some consultants that I still have yet to meet face to face, but I've been, encouraging them throughout the year since last June. And so, and they like my posts every once in a while. But it's personally, it's a good growth time because you get to really see what you're capable of. Because as team captains, we want to be going all out as well, and setting that standard pretty high.
That reminds me of something, Camille. Thanks for sharing that. Mom and I were talking today about, when this was kind of like a God-given idea, this strategy. And I said, kind of like when I talk about a senior consultant, when you have a new team member, it's like driving with the cops behind you. And when you're asking people to participate in something bigger, the next thing you do is you lead the way in that participation. And Andy, do you mind if I share what you boxed me today? Okay, so she boxed me and she said, when you asked me to do this, I was kind of like, okay. And then she said, but then I realized like the weight of the responsibility that you are asking me to do, and you really believe in me. And so I think that's so true. And I want you guys all to know that, that it's prayerfully considered who I invite to be in this inner circle. And then I make a list and I continue to pray over it. And so I'm just so thankful that we get to do this together. And that our unit gets to hear from someone who is leading the way that maybe they haven't heard from yet, but they've seen you and interacted with you in other ways. So, all right, you guys. Well, enjoy your Memorial Day, and Thursday would be the day. Thursday is June 1st. So here's what you can do between now and then. Pray for Brooke Caberline and her DIQ and car team, because they've got some things to wrap up in the next couple days, and she is mixing fun and business every minute of every day right now. She was working on the golf cart yesterday and interviewed a girl that I think she's going to sign tomorrow. It is so fun to have a next step. Brooke, is there anything you want to, like specific prayer requests, things that you wrote in red?
Not like certain prayer requests, but just that I am bold in speaking of who I need to speak with. Like, it really was a God thing that the girl that I ran into at the golf course, I commented about her crippled knee and having to go up and down the stairs while I was burning outside. And I went inside and she was like, what are you working on? And I said, finishing up my Mary Kay goals. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, have you heard of Mary Kay? She's like, yeah, I have. I think it would be fun to sell something like that. And I said, can I get your opinion? Has anyone ever shared the opportunity with you? No, no one ever has. And so I'm excited to be able to share that with her some more tomorrow, but just truly like feeling the nudge. And I have one girl that she was like, I just want to be able to best support you. So is that me being a consultant under you, or is that me ordering from you? And so truly feeling the nudge, because sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't want to say something because I don't want to be that crazy person, but truly doing that. And then praying for my girls to truly have confidence, the ones that are truly working and seeing this. I have 5 that are truly wanting to use this to better support their family, to grow in Christ, and to just see them succeed and wanting to do this as a career. And so truly them seeing the end of the tunnel, but when someone says no, that they truly have a bounce back mentality to do it. So that would be praying for me to have the boldness, but praying for my girls to be excited and have, I would say, the Brooke Caberline spirit, because I can really just go with the flow and have someone could say something crazy. I yell and cry with Ashley and be like, why did this just happen? But I'm going to go do it and show you how to do it anyway. And so just that they have my spirit. But I'm really excited for you guys as team captains to truly see how you can excel and succeed. It's my honor to lead the way in doing all the different challenges, because that's just my personality, that I'm going to run with it. But I really love seeing how Crystal wants to do Big Girl Director Star, and she can do that. And I love that Esther and Camille are just power partners in Stillwater. I'm like, listen, I just want to be there. And Terry and Andy, you guys get to be in that space. I'm kind of jealous about that. And Miss Jill Robb, I just love you in so many different ways that I wish I was going to be on her team. I don't really know what's happening with me, but I love you guys, and you guys are going to do amazing things. And I know that you will be the next leaders leading into the $1 Million Unit. And I'm so excited to be a part of this sisterhood as well.
Thanks for sharing, Brooke.
You're welcome.
Okay, you guys, so I'm going to work on this email. All the things I told you I was going to send to you, I will send in the next 20 minutes-ish. and just so very excited to work with all of you. Who was a team captain last year? Okay, I thought so, because I remember Krista's. I love her picture because she's got her starter kit and she's like, "This is team captain under it." It was so much fun. Okay, so our newbies are Terry and Andy. Yes. And Crystal. Okay, Crystal, I thought you raised your hand. Okay, well, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So I'll work on the Voxer group, and then I will also work on sending you guys that email. So have a fabulous night. I'll visit with you all soon.